Had I said back in the beginning, I got to make this money and I got to make it now because I can't be waiting too late. I don't want to be too late to capitalize, etc. And had I taken that analogy, I wouldn't have written that. I would have been writing the crazy music. At that point, I probably never would have matched up to the destiny. And the not compromising wasn't easy.
Sure.
Because I ended up broke for a while.
Yep.
Right. And then there's the temptation, like, well, you just do a few of these songs and put some money in your pocket.
Right.
But I just couldn't do it. So as a result, I kind of knew. And then that's when God started talking to me back then, like, you're going to look kind of, goofy for a while, because I had abandoned basketball. I was a top basketball player in California and New York. So I abandoned basketball for this music career. And then when I got to the music scene, it was crazier than I thought it was.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do? And I decided to, like you said, stick to the guns. But the guy I was working with was Prince at the time. I had to say to myself, well, I know what I'll do to kind of control it and manipulate it. I'm gonna convert him. Right? If I can convert him, then it's all good. We're gonna make it work. He was like, nah.
Right.
It took a long time to try to get on that page. So in the meantime, we were doing like this, clashing heads, and it wasn't going. He wasn't yielding, and I wasn't yielding. So it was one of these for a long time, and I was the one who ended up broke on as a result. But then it all works out for the good, right?
Absolutely.
So many times, and I've seen this with me and everybody. Since we don't see the big picture ourselves all the time, we think that we're behind because we think our life is supposed to look like what someone else's life currently looks like, right? I always say, don't compare like your beginning to someone else's end. And so people always look at, or even someone who has a jump start. I remember getting out of college and losing my job right away and working at a warehouse. So all your buddies have like engineer jobs. They look like they're doing great, buying a house, buying fancy cars, mine's a beater, all those things. But then at the same time, as you can relate, because you've made multiple pivots, you're like, I just don't think that's my direction. And so your direction, while to everybody else it looks like, what is he doing? Like, just go use your degree, or go over there and make some more money. Like, we all got a house and new cars. You have an apartment and your car sucks. What are you doing? And then they're like, well, we'll still be your friend, but whatever. And then you keep making your steps. And then when they get to be their mid-30s, pushing 40s, their life is, one, boring. Two, they're not happy with their career, but they stick with it because they don't know what else to do. Income quickly slows. Everybody who knows, okay, when your buddies become engineers and stuff, and whatever they are, it looks like they're doing great, but income eventually slows down real quick as they get older. And then that's when you start to accelerate, because now you've been walking in what you've loved and what you know you're supposed to do, and then now you're getting good at it. And as you said, you're an industry expert, but you didn't know you're going to be an industry expert 20 years ago, right? Just walking in faith, doing what you feel like you're supposed to do. Like, God can always catch you up, and His plan will always catch you up and surpass what you think you were supposed to be, or where you think, when you think you're behind, as long as you follow that plan.